Howdy. I'm back at training. Not right now. I'm giving treats to the doggos. But I'm back at training after being off for a month. So I had 2 weeks off with my shin infection, and then 2 weeks I went and traveled to Italy with my mom. I haven't been out of Thailand in 12 years, so this was like a huge deal for me traveling. And I think maybe a little bit, thank God it wasn't back to my own country. I feel like that would have been like really overwhelming. But I'm very out of shape. Like, I have not been doing anything. I came back to training for like 2 days before I left for Italy. And I am just getting my ass handed to me. So at Rambaz, when I go to Clinch, I have two Clinch partners normally. So I have M16 and Naksu. They're both 15 years old. They walk around at like 53, 52 kilos, something like that, but they fight small. They fight at like 46.5 kilos, which is like what I walk around at usually. Crazy. But so they're bigger than me. They're strong. Like, it's very hard to clinch with them. Even though they both have fights coming up this Saturday, normally when you have a fight coming up, you are man in the middle. And if there's anything 15-year-old boys all around the world have in common and are really good at, it's cutting corners and finding ways to make other people do the work, like on a group project or something. So somehow yesterday, I was man in the middle with M16 and Naksu for like 45, 50 minutes. And then they added in Pungdam, this kid from Cambodia, he's the biggest of the three. I think he's probably like 55, 56 kilos. They added him in at the end. He had been clinching with my friend Jenna, and he came over and started clinching me too. So I was man in the middle with 3 people yesterday. Very tired. I come in today and I'm like, I'm tired anyway, so it's like not gonna be much worse because I'm just exhausted. So like, normally what I do when they're overwhelming me, historically, is I tire them out, because on a long enough time scale, you never have to get out of your gear. So like when I'm watching a fight with Kevin and he's like, oh, I think Blue's really gonna like take this fight. I'm like, I don't think he has another gear, the gear that he needs in order to like really affect Red and get out of this. And usually I end up being right. You don't need that second gear when you have like a 45-minute clinch session, because it's a long enough timeline. You can stay in the first gear and grind people down. In a 5-round fight, sometimes that's not enough time. In a 3-round fight, that's not enough time. I was going as much as I could the entire time, and they were getting meaner and meaner. I only had 2 today. I only had the Cambodian kid and Naksu today, and Naksu is cutting weight, so he really doesn't want to be clinching with me, but he still has power. They basically were taking turns. Like, I wouldn't even be off the ground yet, and they would grab me and keep me bent over and like kneeing me. Truly exhausting. And I was laughing, which never makes anything easier. Spiritually, it makes it easier. Emotionally, it makes it easier, but when you're laughing, you can't use all of your power. And I was like, I finally got to the point where I'm like, yep, nope. The way that they're passing me so fast back and forth, there's no way I can even wear them down, even though they clearly had to pass me back and forth as fast as they were because they were getting tired. I almost had Naksu a couple of times because he's cutting weight. I was coming after him, and he would just, as he was pinned against the ropes, Pungdam would come and save him. He would like rip me off of him. Oh, it was so hard. It was so unbelievably hard. And finally, I'm like, that's enough. That's good for today. And they go out and they do their other things. And Ajahn Gimyu, it's like 82 years old. He was trainer of the year in 1989 and 90, the same years that Gansak was fighter of the year, because he was Gansak's trainer. He calls me over and he's like, good job, Sylvie, good job. And I'm like, I'm dying. Like, I haven't trained in a month. And he's like, 1 week, and you'll be back to the way you were. It's like, that is so encouraging to hear him say that, to have him be so just like matter of fact about it. I hope so. I was laughing to Kevin today because even when I am just like back in it and I'm strong and I'm like in the swing of my stuff, I am this exhausted. I'm just a little bit stronger, I guess. So hopefully stronger next week. But it's really nice to be back at it. And it was so nice to spend time with my mom. We were in southern Italy. It was really beautiful. That's where her family's from. So I got to see like the birthplace of my great grandparents and stuff like that. That was really cool. I don't know. I'll do a run cast and talk about lots of stuff that I was thinking about, but that's just my update of making it through fucking 3 days of training thus far. Yeah. On to more of those. Keep at it.